That was very fast. Felt like I'd be on later, but no. That was super fast. I wonder if Big Yoshi's gonna be the first. It's a nice day. Yo, Ness, bro. Ness was my main in Smash Bros. Hello, Alfred. Planet Cozy, Illinois, Illinois. How are you? I'm doing well. Yeah, you were first. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you guys? I'm just walking in the woods. I figured I'm just gonna stream until this phone dies and it's at 9%, so. Yo, what's up? I had yo, so these are the TPs. Some friends of mine, they thought that I built these because they go into these woods sometimes. Dude, I did not build any of this. Like what? Yeah, it is a very nice day. Sounds like a plot for disaster. Dude, hopefully not. Nah. I got angels around me, man. Whom shall I fear, dude? If God is for me, then who can be against me? Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You know what I'm saying? My pit bull says hi. Yo, one day I'll get a dog. One day. I think so I used to think that I wanted what call it? What are those? Man, people ask me, why do you walk barefoot? Dude, yeah, no, it's to toughen my feet, but sometimes you step on some stuff, it's not pleasant. The dog I thought I wanted for a while was a Doberman. Yo, Knight, what are you doing with that dono? Take it back. You're a champion, I thank thee. Oh man, the Lord has blessed you, that one guy. Dude, you're very kind. God blesses us all, and the thing is, you have to let go of the worries of the world to see the blessings a bit easier. There are genuinely blessings all around you. Again, thank you for the donation. You guys never, I don't go live to get donations from you guys, and I just know God has been heavily on my spirit, especially lately. And I know encouragement and encouragement with you guys has been kind of like my backbone throughout my content experience. But strength in me is no strength at all. My words, dude, I'm just some guy. The only way that I've survived in life is genuinely by the hand of God. That's where I draw my strength. If I don't have God, dude, I'm just some guy in the woods. I'd crumble. I can go as hard as I can, and I may be able to last in this life a good while. But see how far I went when I was by myself. I had there were many times when I was super close to taking my own life, when I was just going by my own strength. But when I lean on God, who is infinite in strength and righteous, he upholds you. But so the Lord blesses us all. I appreciate you saying that, but when we harden our hearts and cover our eyes and close our ears to the positive strength and backboning of what God says, that's when we don't see the blessings. What's up, kid? Bro, some of these bugs, they say hi, they hop on me. That one guy in the woods, hello again. Hope you are feeling blessed today. I'm a Hindu, but I hope that we all feel blessed by God regardless. Hey, you're a champion. Regardless of the differing beliefs, you were made in the image of God, and He loves you. Now, don't get my words twisted. Just because we walk doesn't mean we walk in the approval of God. You have 2 feet. You can take a path. He'll love you, but that doesn't mean He endorses what you're doing. But anybody is welcome here. Everybody will be shown respect and love. And I'm just some dude. What's up, kid? Bro, these grasshoppers or whatever they are, they hop on you. And you can feel like the force of them kicking off. Dude, it's so awesome. Whoo, yo. This ground is burning my feet. It's only once you get into the grass, but when in this dirt section, dude, that stuff hurts. Good evening, Deadpool. What you put out, you get back. It does show that way a lot. Jesus even talks about how the measure of which you judge, you will also be judged. That's why we got to walk with less judgment in this world, dude. I think one of the things that was on my mind heavily, because as I'm like mentioning stuff about my walk that I've been going on recently. Hold on. Can you hear that? To you guys, you probably either you don't hear anything right now, and if you do hear something, it probably just sounds like normal bird stuff or whatever. You walk out here long enough, and like I can pick out, like I know. If you listen closely, there's one that goes like, "We see," or that was a horrible impression, but it's like, "We see, we see, we see." That one, those ones are like these small little gray, like tiny birds. They like to stay in like the small foliage, like the twigs, and they jump from the, like they try to stay really high up. Sometimes on the vines, you'll see them like kind of. Can you hear that better? But seriously, why are you here, bro? Why are any of us here? I always thought that you were just a hilarious YouTuber until I saw another talk like this one before. Bro, you better get off the weed. Never smoked a day in my life. But, yeah, man, dude. I can dance and be silly all day long. You got tons of. We as a species, dude, we are fantastic at distracting ourselves. And this world wants you to be much more distracted than you already are. I could dance and be silly all day long, and there's nothing wrong with having fun. There's a time to laugh and a time to dance. There's also a time to be still, a time to be silent, a time to cry. Not that I'm crying right now, but I'm just saying. I want to be I'm not bragging in any regard. Hold on. Look at this. Let me show you this real quick. Bro. Look at this, man. People don't really walk on this trail. You got all sorts of stuff. It'll get much thicker as we keep going. Anyway, as I was saying, dude, there's tons and tons of ways that we distract ourselves. And that, like the plaque that I got that says, "Oh, congratulations." And I'm excited, dude. You get 100,000 people. Dude, that was like so crazy to see. Then you get 1 million people, 1 million subscribers. It's like, "Oh, congratulations." But what am I actually doing, man? Like, what am I literally doing? I'm flailing my body around, and it gets you all happy for a moment. and then you have to swipe up to the next video to fill that hole of the darkness that's around you, these things that you try to like block out your mind so hard. And look how far that gets us. It's like depression, suicide, these things are at all-time highs, man. Like, and we keep thinking, no, 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 I'll do it my way. I can do this. You just gotta laugh it out and just find your way and just be strong. And dude, in the Bible it writes that as the further we look into idols, and these things are idols, whether we want to admit that or not. I know that sounds like a oh my gosh, such a pious word, such a biblical word, cultish, like idols and everything. Dude, anything that takes up that much space in your mind, whether you're playing video games every day, the thing that you are literally worshiping, you don't want to admit that, but it is a worship. Whether it's drugs, whether it's friends, whether it's females, sex, whatever, games, if you are drowning yourself and escaping through this, you are making these things idols. And it's not gonna, like, the more we cling on to these idols, the further into our sorrow we get. Our pains will only increase. That's biblical. That is written. But you genuinely helped me reconnect with God. That's an honor to even hear you say that. But who am I, man? I'm literally just some guy. Don't take my word for anything of what I'm saying. Go on your path yourself. Like, someone asked me the other day, they were like, how do I even believe in God? Believing in God, going on that walk, it's a relationship, man. And just like any relationship, you're not going to automatically trust that other person. You're not. I did not, like, love God. I actually, like, I know I was raised in a Christian household, but like so I always kind of like, yeah, I love Jesus, I love God, and you know, I believe that he died and I'll be saved. But I always, like, I never really loved God until you get to know him, until you walk away from the noise of the world and you get to know him intimately. And the way that happens, most times it's because you have nothing but God. It's like, it's even in the Bible, you cannot have two masters. You cannot serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other. How can I try to approach God, approach the throne, and then still in my back pocket be like, yeah, no, I hear you. But I got this match real quick. I got to get to real quick. You know, hold on one second. You know, I got to get this Apex spread. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, dude. Realize that all the blessings, all the strength, all these things, your breath, this comes from God because you are made in his image. You are a beautiful creation. Hold up, what's going on here? What's going on here is what's going on here. Just call me Leo. Hey man, been going through a really terrible time lately. I truly am sorry to hear that. I really am sorry to hear that. And just know that this too shall pass. You're not going to be in the darkness forever. In the scripture it says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because thou art with me. Now it says through the valley. We find ourselves in valleys all the time, man. And I'm not belittling your situation, but just in the way that you got into a valley, that proves that there is a way out. There's always, just as there's a way in, there's a way out. Now you can go and try to walk through that valley yourself. See how that treats you. Or you can walk with God, knowing that he will uphold you. You understand how comforted I am with, like, regardless of the situation, you have to be of good cheer and know that he is holding you. Hope and pray the best for you, Lawrence. Indeed. Yo, check this out. Look at how tall this grass is getting. Hold on 1 second. Bro, I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of tickled the foot for a second. It's gonna get much tall. So see how you can barely kind of see the trail? How hot is it, man? It's not too hot. It's pretty chill out right now. Not like chill. Just imagine finding Bigfoot in these woods, bro. Dude, that would be an adventure. Last time in the treetops, I saw this big owl. I don't really have my voice anymore, so like it's hard for me to hit certain notes. Is that the Everglades? No, bro. This is just some trail in Tampa, Wesley Chapel. Now, are there alligators, moccasins, all that? Yes, absolutely. What do we have? We also have boar. I think we have like one big cat, I think. Yo, I had a feeling. Yo, what's up, Hellfire? What's up? Is the 1v1 with the gorilla live stream? Bro, that's crazy how massive that took on in the world. I even thought about making a video about it, but then I'm again like, dude, I don't want to do anything but shine a light towards God, dude. Stay safe out there, bro. Hey, no, I appreciate you. You know, it was crazy. Another thing. What is my percentage? I don't even know what my percentage is at. Another thing, as I say, this path, it is not like, yes, there's comfort, there's love, but you're walking a specific path. This path convicts you. It makes you, it forces you to see the things that we truly do that are wicked. There's like, and I know people, they don't want to hear that, but there's so much, like when you're actually real with yourself, bro, there's so much wickedness in our hearts. It's like people are so like if we just throw out the idea of God. If we just throw out the idea of God, right? People naturally understand that the world is rough. What's up, kid? But bringing back in God, that's where you get your strength. And he's like, he's where he is, he stands where he's like, okay, I'm keeping a certain distance because I respect the free will that I've given you. I'm not going to force you to love me. I'm not going to force you to accept my teachings. I'm not going to force you to do anything. And you just walk your path, and there's no reward in that. We're all broken, dude. One of the things I struggled a heavy amount with, like I struggle with like pride and like every now and then like envy. I struggled heavily, and I still struggle heavily with lust. Like even when sometimes, and these are demonic forces that do attack you. People, again, they don't like to hear that idea. Yeah, see, here's where it gets a little too thick. And I'm probably going to turn back around. See where it gets a little too thick. Well, why does it feel like it's kind of cleared up a little bit? Yeah, not too in the mood to go down that. Barefoot is crazy. How do you not cut your feet? No, dude. Yeah, it's like a training thing. You get more and more comfortable with it, and then it's not so bad. Like this absolutely is easy, dude. I'm literally stepping on like clay and grass. The other stuff is like when you get to the other side. The only tough stuff is when you get on like the normal trail, and for some reason they have like shells like from the beach on them, and they're all broken up. So it's like sometimes I get stuck with the shell and like, oosh, that kind of hurt. The rocks don't really hurt so much. Obviously they feel a little weird sometimes if you step on one the wrong way, but nah. Hit the gym, my guy. That's funny, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. But yeah, dude. Like, bro, there's so much, dude. There's so, like, bro, I still struggle with lust. Like, some girl will walk by and she's beautiful, and then immediately you start having thoughts, and you're like, dude, that's when we have to realize that these thoughts are presented to us, and that doesn't mean that you're wrong or something. The thoughts will enter your mind. You will be offered images, and things will pass by. It's whether or not it's what you do with that thought. So what you should do, what we must do, is to ask God. Just say, like, how I do it, I'm just like, God, please guard my mind. Please guard my mind from these thoughts, please. And I just, like, no matter how many times that takes throughout the day, whatever it is, it's a path you walk, and you build discipline. You build endurance. This world is filled with so many pleasures, incredible pleasures, but they're all fleeting. Everybody knows that. And yet we still keep going back to them, expecting them to last and fulfill us. But every single time they're fleeting, and then they leave you worse. And they harden your heart, and they make you look at the world much differently. Instead of seeing a beautiful woman made in the image of God, now you see an object to be captured that you can get with, and things like this. It's like, instead of seeing great relationships you can make with people and being true to a business partner or whatever, now you see, okay, how can I get this much more money, or how can I take advantage of this situation? We stop seeing people as lights and start seeing them as opportunities. We stop seeing the beauty of the world